Hello students, welcome to my class. Today I am going to discuss few questions related to your school examination. This is a sample question and it will help you a lot while facing the school examination or while preparing for your school examination or CBSE examination. Clear to you? So let's start the topic. Look at this is a 1 marks question. So we have to reply this question within within 20 words, certain limit. Now write Lewis symbol for the following atom. So we no need to write just like to symbol. What is the symbol of sulfur? That is, as we know, sulfur has atomic number 16. It can be written like this: 2, 8 and 6. Clear to you? Now this one is sulfur, my friend. Now how to write the Lewis symbol? That is 2, 2, 4 and 2, 6. Clear? Now what is the Lewis symbol of H2 minus? There is a gain of 2 electron. That is, it can be written like this: 2, 2, 4, 2, 6 and 2 minus. This is the actual explanation. Sometimes in books also given, they write like this: sulfur 2, 2, 4, 2, 6 and 2, 8, then the 2 electron. It shows that it is in a bonding pair. This time sometimes, but it is not a true explanation. Best explanation is this one. Clear to you? Now let's move to the next question, my friend. That is the question number 2. Write the significance of plus and minus sign given in the periodic table. As we know, the orbital, that is, orbital is represented by the wave function, that is psi. Schrodinger wave equation. That means to say it will have positive and negative value. That is the wave function like this. Clear to you? Positive sign shows that positive wave function and the negative sign shows that negative wave function. What I am telling, as we know, orbital is represented by a wave function, that is the positive sign shows that positive wave function and the negative sign shows that the negative wave function. Clear to you? Now I am going to rub this part, my friend, and we'll discuss the next one. Wait for a moment. Clear? Now let's move to the third one. Draw the Lewis structure for the following molecules and ions. It's very simple. Can I leave this question for you? This is the homework pattern. Still I am giving you few things you can easily solve. For H2S, how to write the Lewis dot structure? For sulfur, that is 2, 2, 4, 2, 2, 4 and 5 and 6. Now this one is H. It contains 1 electron and it contains also 1 electron. Now what will happen? This will gain electron and this will gain electron, and further this is like this. Clear to you? So this is the formation of H2S. But one more thing, in H2S there is 2 lone pair of electron. Due to the presence of 2 lone pair, there is a dominant lone pair role pair repulsion. Due to this reason, it will have, my friend, bent shape like this, H2S. Clear to you? If anyone asks you to find the hybridization in this case, how to find the hybridization? X is equal to 1 by 2, valence electron is 6, monovalent atom is 2, X is equal to 1 by 2 into 8, that is 4, that is sp3 hybridization. That is, the bond angle should be 109 degree 28 minute, but due to the presence of lone pair of electron, it will not have tetrahedral shape. It will have shape which is bent due to the lone pair repulsion. I have discussed few. Now you can easily form SiCl4. This is very simple. 1, 2, 3 and 4. Cl, Cl, Cl and Cl. Clear to you? In Cl 7 electron, 2, 2, 4, 2, 6, 1, 7, 2, 2, 4, 2, 6, 1, 7, 2, 2, 4, 2, 6, 1, 7, 2, 2, 4, 2, 6, 1, 7, like this. Clear to you? Like this one and like this. Clear? And this one. you can easily that they contains single bond. Clear? Similarly, you can draw the structure of BeF2. BeF2 is electron deficient compound. Similarly, you can draw the structure of CO3 2 minus, as I discussed in CO3 2 minus, my friend. Remember, it will have resonating structure because this is the structure O minus, double bond may be anywhere. So further the complete structure will be like this, that is, my friend, O, then O, then O, this one, and this one, and 2 minus. This is the complete resonating structure. It has 3 resonating structure, and this one is the resonance hybrid. So this is the things you can easily, now you can show the lone pair also. So this is the Lewis dot structure. Easily you can solve during my lecture. I have discussed these things. Clear? Now I am going to rub this part and moving to the next one. Wait for a moment, my friend. Now let's move to the next question, that is question number 4. Is there any change in the hybridization of B and N atom as a result of the reaction? As we know, in BF3 the hybridization is sp2, and in NS3 we know the hybridization is sp3. As we know, N contain one lone pair of electron, and this B we know that is the electron deficient compound. This is electron deficient compound. As we know, this is an electron deficient compound. When BF3 come close to NS3, NS3 will give the lone pair of electron, that is via coordinate bond formation, not complete donation, partial donation take place. That is like this. Due to this reason, there is the addition of one more bond. So the hybridization of BF3 changes to sp3. But the NS3 will have same hybridization because it does not lose, just share the electron. So what will we say? When BF3 changes BF3 and NS3 combine, the hybridization of B is sp2 will change to hybridization of B into sp3, but the hybridization of NS3 will remain same due to the involvement of, why this hybridization change? Due to the involvement of new bond, that is the coordinate linkage. I think in your word you can easily explain this question. Clear to you? Now I'm going to rub this part, my friend, and we'll discuss the next question. Wait for a moment. The next question is question number 5. Although CO2, 3 marks question, although CO2 and H2O are triatomic molecule and the shape of H2O molecule is bent while that of CO2 is linear, explain this on the basis of dipole moment. First of all, as I told you, if I draw the structure of CO2, what do we observe? This is the structure of my friend CO2. Am I right? Listen carefully. In this case, what will happen? COCNO, it has a dipole moment, that is which the direction is from low electronegative to high electronegative due to the linear shape. This is the linear shape. Wait for a moment. This is the linear shape, and the hybridization in this case, linear shape, and the hybridization in this case is sp hybridization. Due to the linear shape, this mu1 and mu2 is the dipole moment, and in this case, that is mu is equal to mu1 plus mu2. They are opposite to each other, that is mu1 minus mu1, because they have equal magnitude, because the combining atom on both the side is same, so they will cancel each other. So the net magnetic moment, what is? 0. Net magnetic moment 0, that is no polarity, and no polarity, that is it will, though it contains 3 molecules, still it will have, that is the linear linear shape. There is no role of lone pair because in carbon there is no lone pair. Clear to you? So there is no such lone pair repulsion, and the that is the dipole moment is 0. But if I talk about H2O, look at, people draw the structure of H2O like this. It is correct, but look at, in H2O there is a lone pair of electron. Due to this reason, this lone pair repulsion comes like this, and the bond angle decreases 104 degree to 5 minutes, and this is the lone pair. But in carbon there is no such lone pair of electron present. So in this case, that is, the net dipole moment is not equal to 0 because they will not cancel each other. It has dipole moment around 1.84 dV. So CO2, there is no lone pair, no such repulsion, linear shape, hybridization sp. So the net dipole moment is 0, no polarity. But in H2O there is an involvement of lone pair of electron, so it will have net dipole moment, and due to this reason there come dipole plus and minus sign combines, and the bond angle 105, hybridization sp3, and the shape is, my friend, bend. This is the things, complete explanation, even in terms of bond angle, even in terms of hybridization, even in terms of shape, and also dipole moment. And definitely, my friend, it will help you a lot if you have a command over the theory. Clear to you? Now I am going to wrap this part, my friend, and we'll discuss the next question. Question number 6. Use molecular orbital theory to explain why Be2 molecules does not exist. Clear to you? Look at, what is molecular theory? As we know, there is two type of molecular orbital, that is bonding molecular orbital, and the second one is anti-bonding molecular orbital, my friend. Clear to you? Again I am repeating, bonding molecular orbital and anti-bonding molecular orbital. Now what will happen? Check it out. Be2, as we know, beryllium has atomic number 4, and Be2, what will happen? It will contain total 8 electrons. Clear to you? Now start filling in this case, that is sigma 1s2, sigma star 1s2. Clear to you, my friend? Sigma 2s2 and sigma star 2s2. Clear? Now this is the electronic configuration. Now find the bond order, my friend, in this case. As we know, bond order is 1 by 2 number of bonding electron minus number of anti-bonding electron. That is 1 by 2. How many electron in bonding? 2 and 2, 4. Put here 4. How many electron in anti-bonding? 2 and 2, 4. So 4 minus 4 is equal to 0. So 1 by 2 into 0 is equal to 0. If bond order is 0, then we people know then molecule does not exist. So by MOT we can easily explain that Be2 does not exist, my friend. Clear to you? I think it will help you a lot during the same statement during your exam preparation. Clear, my friend? Let's move to the next question. What is the next question? Listen carefully. 7. Write the resonating structure of SO3. I have discussed these things, SO3, NO2, NO3 minus, during my lecture. What is SO3? We know in SO3 double, then there is a coordinate linkage like this, 2 and 2, 4, 2, 2, 4, 2, 6, 2, 2, 4, 2, 6. This is the first resonating structure. Do you remember this? Now The second one is coordinate double bond. Now there is a coordinate. Now 2 to 4, 2 to 4 to 6, 2 to 4 to 6. That is the third resonating structure is like this. Listen carefully. That is O, that is O and double bond O. Clear to you? Now what will happen? 2 and 2, 4. This is the things, that is 2 to 4 and 2, 6, 2 to 4 and 2, 6, my friend. Clear to you? This is the resonating structure of SO3. That is, finally, what is the resonance hybrid? SO, O, then O, that is the double bond move anywhere. This is the resonance hybrid. Similarly, you can draw the structure of NO2, you can draw the structure of NO3. Do you remember? I have also discussed the resonating structure of NO3 minus. Remember? Do you remember this, my friend? This will help you a lot. So, by using this, if anyone asks you draw the structure of NO2, again you can draw. This one is O, this one is a coordinate linkage. Now the second resonating structure will be like this, N, that is O, double bond O, that is the resonance hybrid will be like this, N, O, O, this is the things. Clear to you? You can easily draw. One more thing I have to mention, this is not a complete resonating structure, because in general you can say, because when we compare the actual bond valency, that is the complete valency of nitrogen require 3 bond. So here in this case, this is the odd electron bond concept take place. Clear to you? So be careful. This you may treat it as a resonating structure, but here is the concept of odd electron bond also there. So check these things very carefully and solve. No exceptional theories are there, and if you have a command, then you can easily solve such kind of questions, my friend. Clear to you? So let's move to the next one. Next question, what is given here? Wait for a moment. The next question, my friend, look at. Discuss the shape of the following molecule using Whisper model. Clear? Now, as we know how to find, remember this. Again, I have discussed this thing. Be. What is the number of valence electron? Number of valence electron of central atom. That is, Be has atomic number, my friend, 4. Valence electron 2 and 2, that is 2. Now, how many monovalent atom are linked to? Number of monovalent atom attached to the central atom, that is 2. So, we will say total number of electron pair. Total number of electron pair will be 2 plus 2, 4 divided by 2, that is 2. This is the number of electron pair. Now, how many bonds are there? 2 bond. So, number of bond pair will be equal to 2. Then what is the number of lone pair, my friend? Number of lone pair will be equal to total number of electron pair minus bond pair, that is 0. So what is the formula in this case? That is AB2. And if the formula is AB2, then I have given you a table. So in this case, we will say the shape is, my friend, linear. You can solve each and every question. What I am telling, my very easy. I am taking H2S again. Now how to solve this question? Find it out. Tell me in this case number of valence electron of sulfur is 6. 286 is the electronic configuration. Number of monovalent atom, number of monovalent atom attached to it is 2. So we will say number of electron pair. Number of electron pair in this case 6 plus 2, 8. 8 divided by 2. is equal to 4. Number of electron pair is 4. So how many bonds are there? 2 bond. So we will say, my friend, number of bond pairs will be equal to 2. So number of lone pairs, my friend, tell me, sir, number of lone pairs will be number of electron pair 4 minus 2, that is 2. So what is the formula? Ab2L2. If the formula is Ab2L2 or Ab2E2, in this case the shape will be bent, or you can say V shape. Clear to you? Do you remember? I have discussed each and everything. Similarly, in this case you can write, that is 5 plus 3 8, that is 4. 4 in this case, bond pair 3 and lone pair 1. So the formula is AB3L. Directly what I am telling, number of valence electron 5 and monovalent atom 3. 5 plus 3 8, 8 by 2 4. Total number of electron pair is 4. Number of bond pair 3 bond 3. AB3 and lone pair 4 minus 3, that is 1. AB3L. Remember, if the formula is AB3L, the shape is, my friend, pyramidal. Clear to you? You can easily solve such kind of questions if you have a command over the theory. Clear? Now I am going to rub this part and will discuss the next question. Listen carefully what I am telling. Moving here, that is question number 9. Which hybrid orbital are used by carbon? As we know, there is many more method to find out the hybridization. In case of organic compounds, that is better way to find out the hybridization is to count the sigma bond. This is the case, my friend, that is CS3, CS3, CS3. Now tell me, in this how many sigma bond? 1, 2, 3 and 4. So hybridization is sp3. In this case also the hybridization is sp3. Now CS3CH. Now if I write here CH3, clear to you, then CH, then double bond CH2. Now count the number of sigma bond. 1, 2, 3 and 4, that is sp3 hybridization. 1, 2, 3, that is sp2 hybridization, and this one is again sp2 hybridization. Clear to you? Now this one again we will write here, that is all CH H, that is CH, then O and then H. Now we will say 4 sigma bond sp3, 4 sigma bond sp3. Similarly, if I talk about CS3CHO, now what will happen? It can be written like this, C double bond O and H. Now count the sigma bond 1, 2, 3 and 4, my friend. So hybridization in this case is also sp3. In this case 1, 2, 3, the hybridization is sp2. Similarly, if I put here CS3COOH, I am moving here, CS3COOH, count, that is 1, 2, 3, that is double bond O and H. How many sigma bond? 4, sp3. How many sigma bond? 3. Hybridization is sp2. So it's very simple. In case of organic compound, you have to pick the number of sigma bond and it will help you a lot. Now I'm going to rub this part and we'll discuss the next segment. Wait for a moment, my friend. The next segment is question number 10. Last. What is mean by the term bond order? What is mean by the term bond order? Sir, we know bond order is equal to number of bonds present between the atoms, between the two atoms. That is the bond order. Clear to you? Now, how to find the bond order? As I told you, the formula, if I use molecular orbital theory, bond order is equal to 1 by 2 Nb minus Na, number of bond electron minus number of anti-bonding electron. But I have given you a short trick also. Remember this? This is the thing, my friend. Look at 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8. One more. Now write down 2 4 6 8 10 12 14 16 18 20. Remember? Now put here 1 0 1 0 1 2 3 2 1 0. Now how many electron N2? In N2 we know that total number of electron 14. So the bond order, tell me 14, below 14 there is 3. So the bond order is 3. Now O2, tell me in O2 the total number of electron, my friend, that is 16. So tell me the bond order in this case. So the bond order in this case is equal to 2. Now if anyone asks you what is the bond order of O2 plus in this case, as we know O2 plus there is 15 electron. So what will be the bond order, my friend? 15 comes between 14 and 16. Clear to you? So the average 3 plus 2, 5 by 2, that is the bond order is 2.5. Similarly O2 minus, how many electron it will have? That is 17 electron. Clear to you? So what is the bond order, my friend, in this case? 17 becomes between 18 and 16, that is 2 plus 1 3, 3 divided by 2 1.5. This is a simple method to find out the bond order. Other method, by using, you can say sigma 1s2, sigma star 1s2. I have discussed this thing in my lecture. So it depends on you. If you are facing a school examination, so use this, but depends on the number. If you are facing competitive examination, then this one is the best one. Clear to you? So friend, this is the last question of today's lecture. I think if you solve this question in your home, then definitely it will help you a lot during exam preparation. So friend, time has come, time to say bye bye. Thank you so much.